What is up, everybody? I am Get Flanked, and today we're back with another video that's designed to help the beginning to intermediate Rainbow Six Siege player. I did a video a while back explaining everything you need to know about barricades. That was for the absolute beginner. This is going to be a little bit more advanced than that, but still designed to help out that beginning Rainbow Six Siege player for the most part. The concept we're going to be going over in this video is setting up the map as a defender in order to get easy kills later in the round. And whenever I refer to setting up the map, basically what I'm saying is manipulating the map in some way as a defender, whether it's putting a hole or whether it's opening a hatch or something like that. And what you're doing is you're anticipating something that the attackers are going to do over the course of the round, and you're manipulating the map in a way that's going to allow you to take advantage of the attackers doing that and getting easy kills with that, basically. So it sounds a little complicated whenever I explain it like that, but what we're going to do is we're going to go into custom games. I want to show you situations of setting up the map, what the thought process would be when you're setting up the map, and then I'll show you a real in-game clip of me using that in a game and getting a kill with it. Now, one thing I do want to say up front here is I'm going to show you a couple of specific situations of setting up the map, but the point of this video isn't necessarily that as much as to establish a mindset for you. So you can start doing this on your own. You can come up with your own creative ways of setting up the map. But as a beginner, it's a little bit tough because you have to be able to anticipate where the attackers are going to come from, and that takes experience. So the number one way that you are going to learn how to set up the map is probably from your kill cams. You're going to die to people who have learned and who have set up the map for themselves. And when you die to that, you need to just steal it from them. And you shouldn't be afraid to do that. Yes, it would be nice if you could come up with your own ways, and I'm sure that you will. But in the beginning, the fastest way you're going to learn is from your kill cams and how you die. So make sure that you're watching your kill cams and learning from that. With that said, let's go ahead and head into a custom game now, and we'll go over the first scenario. Okay, so right now we're in a custom game. We're on the map Cafe, and we're defending the bottom kitchen objective. And what you're going to see in the gameplay clip is me go upstairs to train and put a hole in the floor. And I'll show you exactly where I'm going to put this hole right now. So you can see kind of the big picture of what I'm trying to do with this hole and what it's actually looking at. You're going to see me put a hole right here and train. And you're going to see in both of these clips me playing as Mozzie. Mozzie is a great operator for setting up the map because he has this secondary shotgun. But I'm going to put a hole right here in the floor, and I'm looking down into this like pantry area where attackers are very likely to come. I'll head back downstairs now so you can see exactly what that hole is looking at. But basically, I'm just anticipating attackers coming this way at some point during the round. And you can see the hole right here. Okay, so right there's the hole I put. Again, if the attackers are wanting to push this objective, they're sometimes going to open this wall, but usually you're going to try and keep them from opening that wall, and then you're going to force them to come through this way. And when you do, they're very distracted by this window, by this door. Very rarely are they going to be looking up here. So that's going to be the first thing I'm showing you. I'm setting up the map up there, anticipating attackers coming through here, and I'm going to try and use that hole to get easy kills. Let's head into the gameplay clip now.
Hey, bro. Hey, that's fucked up.
Down to 10 seconds. Down to 5 seconds. Ready. Op 4 has located the bomb.
Why did I take this route? This is the worst route. This is the worst route if they have a jackal.
I think Jackal's banned.
No, he's not.
Where's that?
I should have crawled the whole way.
Let me know if you get a mute jammer, Mark.
If I what?
Get a mute, like jam.
He doesn't have points on it, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't
Oh, you
have
don't have points? Okay. Never mind.
Droning long right now.
He shoots, he
Got the
scores.
drone?
That's a drone for us.
Push bakery here.
Sledge dead?
There's one on south propel. He's on the piano window.
Yep, piano window. Go up, made it white.
Peeking. Okay, he's coming down. He's on the ground.
Coming down. Yeah.
He's going back towards front bakery. There is bakery gonna hit. Hitting all now.
Push you! Product hard on your door, Weak.
Back off.
New magazine.
Nice. I'm gonna peek long.
I got their Hibana pellets.
Okay, so there was the in-game clip, and you saw that I got 2 kills from there. The second one was a little sketchy. I'm kind of surprised I got away with that. I got a little bit greedy. I probably should have walked away after I got the first kill, because that first person that I killed probably made a call out. You have to assume they're going to make the call out and that the second person is going to be looking for it. And it looked to me like the second person was looking for me and just missed their shots. So yeah, I got a little bit greedy there, but I thought that was a good example of setting up the map and getting 2 easy kills with it. You'll notice that I didn't start out the round there, and I think that's something that's very important. A lot of times, the beginning part of the round is where you're going to be droning really heavy, and you can give your position away if you try and stand over, the hatch or whatever hole you created early in the round. Now, you'll also notice that I got there a little bit late. The IQ had already pushed into there and was on our way actually out whenever I first got there. So you need to find that balance of trying not to sit there and hover over your hole the entire round and getting droned out there, but also being there when you need to be. That's the big thing, getting that timing right. And although I got the 2 kills there, I think that I could have been there a little bit earlier in the round. It probably would have been better, and it would have had a better result. But all's well that ends well. I got the 2 kills. Let's move on to another map, another custom game right now, and we'll go over that scenario. Okay, back in a custom game again, and we're going to go over bank this time. We're on the bottom objective of bank, and we're going to set up the map here to, again, anticipate where attackers are very likely to come and hopefully get easy kills. And what we're going to see in this clip is I'm actually going to open these hatches that come down into open area. Now, anytime you're defending the bottom floor in general, you're going to see your hatches are going to be reinforced in here. Okay, so a Habana is very likely to enter this, maybe a thermite, but somebody's very likely to enter this area and try and open these hatches. So having these hatches open here could allow you to get an easy kill if you're sitting up above looking down in, or it could just waste time. It could just make them have to clear the top floor. As long as these hatches are open, they pretty much have to know that nobody's top floor in order to feel comfortable down here. So ideally, yeah, you would love to get some kills through these hatches, but even if you don't, you're going to waste time. You're going to make them have to worry about things. You're going to make them spend more time droning and clearing that top floor, and overall just make them feel uncomfortable. Now, another thing you're going to see, it doesn't actually play out in this clip, but I do highly recommend this, is opening this hatch that comes down into servers. Unless somebody is going to be playing down here, okay? If somebody is playing down and holding servers, then you obviously do not want to open this, okay? You'll probably want to reinforce it, in fact. But if nobody's playing the blue stairs or trying to hold servers, I highly recommend opening this hatch, because again, the attackers are very likely to try and push this way and try and get a plant off in there. And if this is open and you're allowed to roam and still alive at the end of the round, then you can usually get a couple kills and stop their push single-handedly from up here. So with that said, let's head into the clip now and we'll see how this plays out. Appreciate it, man.
Bomb location compromised. Plan accordingly.
Yeah, dude, my chat's the best. You guys are awesome. Seriously. Cut off that caught. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. You're not wrong.
For hostile action.
And my drone army grows by 1.
ADS deployed. Ready to go. Here's a treat. Reload!
Drone hacked right on the mark.
Okay. They're in garage, guys. I'm pretty sure.
Somebody repel top side.
That's thermite. That's thermite.
I hear somebody on the hatch, Ella.
Loading mag.
Cabana's an open area. I mean, sorry, yeah, open area now. One's main hall. One's main hall, just crouching. He's in main hall, next to the door, next to site. On window to your right. On window to your right. In vault.
Server tunnel. One's a server tunnel.
Reloading! Cover me!
That's
Operator
vault.
standing.
Okay, so there was the kill on the Habana, and that's really the whole goal of setting up the map like that. I want to be able to come to that hatch later in the round and catch Habana or Thermite trying to open those hatches, get an easy kill, but not only get an easy kill, but keep them from opening those hatches. Those hatches are so powerful, so if you can kill them before they open them, that is a really good indicator that your team is going to win that round. Now, once again, with the timing, I probably could have been there a little earlier, and that's the toughest part of all this. You can set up the map perfectly, but if your timing's off, then it's not going to do you any good. So that's really something you have to learn. I went there once I got the call that Habana wasn't open, and the reason I was crouch walking at the end there is because the sound travels down those hatches really easy, so I didn't want to be sprinting and warning the Habana that I was coming. And I think that was the right call, but yeah, it was a little bit frustrating. I felt like I needed to be there a little bit earlier, and a lot of times you can get in that situation and get in a hurry and give your position away by sprinting. So the big thing that I want you to take away is, first of all, learn from your kill cams. When you see somebody kill you by setting up the map in a clever way, take that, put it into your inventory, and use it later. Go into a custom game immediately after that game if you need to, and set up that line of sight or open that hatch and see exactly what you need to do in order to duplicate how you died. That's the first thing I'll say. The second is, don't feel like you have to sit on that hatch or that line of sight the whole round. You want to come back to it later in the round based off of information, ideally like a call out or a camera. But if not, then just use your own sense of timing to come back to it. You don't want to get droned out and be an easy kill early in the round by being too predictable. But that's really it, guys. Let me know if this helped you. I'll be reading through the comments to see what kind of input you guys have for me down there. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you like and subscribe, and I'll have more coming your way here soon.